Oh, rah, rah.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want.
Well, that's not right. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to see you out there. Let's get rid of that logo before we get too much further, shall we? And welcome to Splinterlands. As you can see, I'm well into bronze. C'est la vie, mon ami. All right, so I'm just running into a couple of quick little problems here as I try to figure out where on earth did my controls go. I would like to see, where did my chat go? I can't seem to find my chat anywhere. It's interesting. Interesting. All right. That's not quite right. It's very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot seem to see your comments. I mean, not that anybody's commenting right now, which is why I'm kind of doing this right now, but here we go. Man, oh man, so where did my chat go? Very interesting, I don't know how to find the chat. Alright, well, you know, I suppose I have a sneaky way of finding chat by watching my own live over here. Well, hello there, Chris West. But that seems to be the only way I have of interacting with that. All right, anyway, we'll skip past that because you guys don't care that much about that. But in the meantime, let's get some grinding going into this battles. Oh, man. So I just did my guild fights and posted. Oh, I haven't finished editing and posting all of that, but you should see some of that stuff coming pretty soon. If you're one of these players in Splinterlands who's spending far too much time in the guild environment, it might help you, it might make you laugh, honestly, but you know, as long as people enjoy watching it, that's pretty much the point of why I'm doing this. Okay, I see dragon and water and fire and no archery, which makes me want to cheat. So let's go over here and here. And so the cheat is to put this guy at the front because he's just broken. And then if you wanted to cheat just a little bit more, you might consider, oh, I don't get archery, so I don't get to poke that other thing in front of it. But You might want to put something like this back here because that's sort of cheaty face, and it complements pretty well with that thing, which is pretty cheaty face. And then if you were going to be a real jerk, you might consider putting a little bit more of this at the front. And yeah, we're just going to let that fly just like that, because I have a sneaking suspicion that that by itself should be okay. But I don't know. I'm an optimistic kind of guy, so what can I say? Kitty. Okay, so I lose. I just straight lose because kitty. It's possible. It is possible. Although this guy basically does nothing but stop healing, which I'm not even doing. The armor up on this is going to be real bad. I'm probably going to get my head beat in for this one. All right, let's go. Oh, man. Hello, Lawrence. Nice to see you. If I do happen to be moving a little bit slow in the response time to the chat, it's because I haven't figured out what the heck I'm doing with this stuff yet. And oh, that was very quick. I wish that hadn't been so quick. But so I'm actually watching this on YouTube, trying to catch the comments that way, because I can't seem to figure out how to get OBS to give me back my comments. If anybody in chat happens to be familiar with OBS, feel free to let me know how to get that to show me the comments I'm trying to find. But so that was miserably painful. As soon as I saw that kitty, though, I kind of thought, this is the end. This is the end for me. Pay no attention to the brand of drink. It's certainly unhealthy, and I don't recommend it to anybody. But sometimes when you got to keep your brain moving a little bit faster, you start doing things like crap. Never mind, sorry, I wouldn't have said that. 23 mana, Little League, no commons. I feel like, actually, I wonder, if we just go poke and look, do I get this 7 oh, I do. This gives me a 7 mana monster of a killer right here. So if we do something like that, because I feel like that's pretty effective for this, because I can't use the legendary cards. So this guy is going to do a lot of damage. What else could we consider doing here? A sneaky trick I've learned is to put this thing at the back. I don't know if I happen to have anything with camouflage that's worth putting in the back line, but you know, you put a camouflage guy at the back line and suddenly that becomes a lot harder to deal with. But we're not going to get away with that today. But I do want to protect that thing a little bit, because I do think that that's where it's going to get beaten the most. Hey, where did my music go? Come on now. Let's see. Maybe this healer is a good plan. Is it a better plan than a whelp herder? Because Captain Katie's doing this snipe thing, so maybe I shouldn't be trying to diversify everything like that. Maybe what I should be doing is just trying to protect Katie. And just putting that healer on this might help. And then we just kind of try and delay the inevitable. Is that the right choice? Maybe this is a better choice. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and we're putting the marks right here in case they're doing Captain Katie, because then they kill this thing, but it bumps both of mine. It might be me overthinking it. I have a bad habit of overthinking. Yeah, Chris, you and me both. I mean, I don't want to get into exactly, but I put everything I had into Chaos Legion and started my collection at that point, which means I got onto the scene waiting for Untamed to roll out of this system so that I could use the cards. So at the end of the day, I cannot wait for Untamed to get the heck out of my modern environment. Look at this sneaky crap. I mean, I might get away with this just because we did so much damage in one, and just like that, Captain Katie takes over. Oh, come on. Oh, that was really close. Oh, that miss. Oh, that. Oh! Oh, sorry out there for anybody who's listening. I probably just deafened you all, but oh man. You put agent at back, hey? You know, it probably would have been given how much sneak attack was coming at me right there, it probably would have been a smart choice. I was sort of originally thinking that because there was blue and green and dragon in there, I was expecting a lot more front line attack than I was expecting back line, which is why I put the guy at the front. But I'll keep that thought in mind. And don't get me wrong, Lawrence, if you were out in Wild, if I had the cards to play in Wild, I would certainly be playing in Wild. I mean, no doubt. I was a Type 1 Magic player, which should give you some time and place. I remember buying packs of Ice Age once upon a time when they first released. And at that point, it meant that we were all playing essentially Wild, right? And forevermore, I always had I always had a Type 1 deck ready to go. I always had a standard deck ready once that rotated, but it was always kind of like a little kid deck compared to what I could do with the old Magic cards. And I suspect there's probably something similar here too. I need to think for a second. Sorry, kids. You know what? Let's try just the most evilest of deviousness. I mean, it might not be that effective, but in this environment, I feel like this guy just has so many hit points. He does a really good job. And, yeah, let's just put some archery back there, cover up that guy. And I don't really want this guy back here, but we're going to consider putting it. And so yeah, no, if I was the kind of person who had a bunch of alpha beta cards, I would certainly still be playing in Wild, you know, no question. Although I struggle a lot with I mean, I'm sitting in bronze and I'm struggling with the fact that basically anybody can go rent a Jotun, a Kitty, what's that green summoner with thorns, what's the white summoner with divine shield, and as long as you're running those 4 summoners, it almost doesn't matter what the cards are underneath. It's probably good enough, which makes me a little bit sad because, you know, you spend so much time and effort studying and trying to figure out which cards to buy, and then you go and buy them and upgrade them to get them to gold level and that kind of stuff. It can be a little bit sad when you see somebody rent their way past you. Speaking of rent their way past me, no, I don't think my opponent rented their way. I think I got completely trounced. Well played. But it is hard, you know. I spent a lot of money on this game, and then to watch somebody kind of set up 10 bot accounts with a bunch of level 1 rented cards, and they can keep me from getting out of bronze. You know, and it's not that big a deal with the competition. Once you get out of bronze, then like the concept of strategy opens right up. But until you get to that point, I mean, I suppose strategy still plays a part of it. I shouldn't discount that. It just feels like the strategy is a lot less diverse when you're talking about low levels like this. Oh, did we not get that? Oh no, we get 2? Okay, well, that makes this fun, right? Because then we do this and this, because that's just ridiculous. Did we take dragon? No, we didn't. So we're just going to do that and that and that. And then with 3 mana left over, what are we going to do? We're gonna block some stuff at the back, right? Because our opponent's going to be doing something similar, so let's make sure that guy's right at the back, and then we got 2 mana left for, I mean, I guess there's no reason for this to be like this. That's potentially a lot of sneak attack damage coming here though too. Let's throw this guy at the back. Just because it's a gold card, or should I put this thing at the front to protect that? No, you know what? Yeah, no, let's go this way. And my thinking is they got to get through the Marksrat and Cora before they get to this. They got to get through this and this before they get to this. So it might almost be better for me to trade these two. But just in case there's splash damage, I'm going to kind of set it like this. I mean, who knows, right? But I'm trying to get everything lined up as well as I know how. Oh, man. Oh, but you. No, that's cool to hear, Lawrence. Thanks, man. You know, once upon a time, I used to think that I was really good at strategy games. I've played a lot of chess, played a lot of cards, I've played a lot of, all that kind of stuff. And over the years, what I've learned is that I really enjoy these games, which is sometimes the most important thing. I mean, you know, I remember going to a Grand Prix and I got 4-3 as my final, and I went, okay, so that puts me squarely in the middle of the pack, maybe slightly ahead, but not by much, not any measurable amount really. That's sort of how I feel about most of these strategy games. I enjoy them, I have fun with them. I do not know that I am an expert at them though, which, is that really such a big deal? No, not really. As long as I'm having fun, that's the whole reason I'm here, so let's go. Please, I just want to see bronze behind me, honestly. I just want to get out of this bronze rut. I've been in this bronze rut for a very, very long time. It was probably a couple of months ago I ran into some problems in the real world, and they translated to me not having enough time to spend inside this game, which was a big problem. It dropped me, I mean, I was touching diamond for quite a while there, and it dropped me all the way back into bronze because I spent, you know, close to a month not being able to find any time for this game. And now I am well and truly stuck back here. Oh man. Every season it seems like I get about halfway through silver and then bumped all the way back. Alright, that's good, let's put some of this in here too. We got 4 mana. Okay, you know what, this thing is ridiculous, but let's just take a second and recognize that Dispel may be the right answer. I do not know what I'm talking about, but if I thought that I knew what I was talking about, I might say, consider how important that cleansing could be right here. It's a lesson I've learned the hard way. Yeah, battling Skynet indeed, my friend. Battling Skynet indeed. Let's go. You know what? You know what? Let's just slap some gold in there, because gold makes everything better. Gold is good, right? That's what I keep hearing. Gold is good. Yeah, no, I have no idea how much the, 5,000 grain to harvest 12 SPS. I see. I ended up with one chunk of land that I think I picked it up when land dropped from $900 down to about $600. And so I went, well, let's go for it. I need a piece of this land, and who knows if it's ever going to come down to this price again. So I slapped $600 onto a piece of land right at that particular time period. And then I watched the land go, kaboof, crash into the ground, and just decided I wasn't going to sell it. It was my piece of land now. Screw it. Even if it's worthless, it's mine. I don't care. And when I cracked it open, it was in fact a common land, and so now I am harvesting grain. Woohoo! See, this Unicorn Mustang, get this crap out of my... I cannot wait until Untamed rotates away. Yeah, this guy and this guy, particularly in combination, are very good, but, I mean, that's been known for a long time, eh? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of playing in bronze just because I feel like there's so much more diversity to be had. As soon as you get up into like gold is really where I started noticing the gameplay expands. Like up until gold, it's sort of like you're playing a kid's version of the game. Click the best version of this that you can. But once you get to gold, now suddenly strategy and tactics are a big part of it. And there's a big opportunity to outplay people at that point, which, you know, I kind of like. You know, I like to pretend that I can outthink my opponents occasionally. Although, as you can see, I'm basically running into a completely solid wall here. Uh, I don't want to say it's all because of this Mitka, because it's not all because of the Mitka. It's really these two cards that are doing it. But the support doesn't hurt. I mean, yeah, no, I mean, I was late joining this whole thing. I hadn't heard about it until, you know, it was the midst of the crazy crypto season, so it's not really a surprise that I was overpaying for stuff at that time. But to be fair, it was kind of a windfall that came out of the crypto explosion, so it wasn't really too much skin off my back at the time. You know, but at the same time, ugh, what is this song? Can we get rid of this song? No, you're out. You're out. There's too much noise. Not nice enough for my eardrums. But yeah. Hey, Aaron. Nice to see you. Welcome to the channel. Hey, if you guys are just finding me, please, please, please click the like, click the subscribe button. You probably already know how super important it is to anybody in this situation, but I am right at the beginning of my journey. So if you think that I'm doing okay, or you'd like to see more, or you'd like to see me expand or grow or get better at this, just show me a little bit of love out there, guys. I really, truly appreciate it. Thorns. That means we're playing Magic, but that means my opponent's playing Magic. That means we're all playing Korra. I don't want to play Korra. Okay, let's try and outplay this, shall we? Instead, let's try and outplay this. I don't know if we are going to be able to here, but if we start doing things like this, how much mana do we have? Not a lot. Not a lot. Something like that. Yeah, that's good. I'll put this guy right there. Yeah, that's funny. Okay. All right. Cheers. Thanks very much. Well, I don't know if I count as a content creator, but I'm doing the best that I can. For those of you guys happen to be just joining us or whatever, just as a word of warning, I'm probably going to be a little bit slow on the response for the comment side of things, just because I can't see it until you guys see it, and it's got a weird delay for me, and I still have no idea how to work OBS, so one of these days I'll get figured out. But for today I figured I'd just like, how's it, Splinterlands said it, MVP, yeah, minimum viable product, just get it out there and get going, you know what I mean? How are we doing up here? It's bad. It's bad. It's this same thing. It's this stupid unicorn. You know, I should just go buy a unicorn, but for like 5 days, do I really? No. December 4th, you cannot get here fast enough. That's all I can say. I am so looking forward to being able to appreciate only having modern cards. Yep, getting crushed out here. Getting crushed out here. How many is that? Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I just want out of bronze. Please let me out of bronze. I mean, maybe I should make better decisions. Granted, maybe I should. But making better decisions sounds like kind of a job for somebody else, really. All right. So we're going to make better decisions here, are we? Yeah, like that? Is that a good decision? That feels like it's a good decision. Okay, but they're doing the same thing. So if he has that, the good summoner, the one that reflects stuff, we're doomed. So So how do we do this in a way that's going to be good? Let's put this thing in here. Maybe up here. Put this thing in. Maybe up here. You still got tons and tons of mana. It's not about that mana thing. You know what? Let's cut that Vulpine and put this Chaos Knight up here, because that's good. And then let's maybe slide this guy to the back, because we just want to defend ourselves a little bit. Do we have the 7 mana? We do not. We are shy by 1. Oh, that would have been nice to get the armor up. Could do some of this Dumak sneaking. Might be the right choice. I've seen a lot of people playing with this card, although mine being at level 1 makes it unlikely to be effective. The healer might be a good choice, especially given all that. And then if we just cut this and we go, because this is just funny. If they happen to sneak, then it doesn't do much good. And then everything's playing Thorn, so let's just throw that up front. This feels a little bit weird. And this is partly because of my inexperience with white. If I played a lot more white, I probably know what my opponent was thinking about doing. But in this situation, I was like, Okay, speaking of, turns out Captain Katie was obviously the right answer. And if I had, I should start making a list of, anytime I see white in bronze, this is what I'm going to have to face. But, yeah, Aaron, yeah, that's me. It's faster for me to type sometimes. I don't know. Oh, let's go. Yeah, hit this and pump up this. That's good for me. I mean, it's not good for me because Katie's going to crush me again, but that's how it goes, man. Yeah, I'm sort of in the same boat as far as the DEC goes. Here, I'll just pause for a quick second and we'll just pop over to land. I've got one little piece of land hiding out over here somewhere. Now, where are you? Oh, well, let's just go take a quick look at it. And, I mean, everybody does their own thing with their land. This was about as good as I could get my land to go. Strangely, it's still not harvesting for me. I wish that it would. Can I harvest? If I click the harvest and pay the grain? Yeah, let's go. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but I've definitely had a little bit of slowdown, a little bit of issues with buying and selling grain. Yesterday I was trying to turn some actually I burnt SPS. I burnt SPS. I couldn't believe I was doing it, but I actually did burn a bunch of SPS for DEC just so that I could stake it to the land so that I could get this going. But yep, seems to me that this has been sort of my experience with this. Let me know if anybody else has been out there. Yep, yeah, no, I know. You guys said that about an hour ago when I did this the last time. I'm hoping that I get this to click before it goes over what I've moved into this territory. But that's okay. It's a new part of the game, and one of the maybe the most important thing anybody can understand is that in life there are only two things you need. You need infinite patience, like infinite patience. If you are a parent, I have an 18-year-old now. In order to have a kid and survive the experience, one of two things happens. You either become an alcoholic or you end up with infinite patience. And I don't really drink that much, so, it turns out infinite patience is the key. But the other part of that is infinite stubbornness. You have to be willing to just patiently wait no matter what. And so, yeah, I'm kind of irritated. This isn't working. I wish this was working properly. I don't know why it's not working. Yesterday, when I went to burn the SPS and it didn't work, and a few hours later, I tried it again. And it still didn't work, and both times it said don't resubmit because it might double the transaction. Eventually, I poked at the Splinterlands support, and I tell you, Splinterlands support got back to me within, I mean, maybe it was a half an hour, but it wasn't very long for sure. And email back and forth. 20 minutes later, the SPS got burnt for the DEC, and everything was right with this world. And so I do want to commend Splinterlands for how fast they responded. There was a part of me yesterday that felt like I should have poked a little sooner. So if anybody's out there happens to be, there's definitely some issue going on here, and I'm not sure why. I'm going to refresh the whole page. Yep, that seems to be working. That seems to be working. This is well under what I have for grain in the area. Right there, I believe, is the thing. And so we'll click that harvest button, and it wants us to pay the grain. And I'm like, yeah, let's do that. Let's go. Pay the grain, yeah. Successfully duplicated the transaction like 6 or 8 times now. Okay, well, Lawrence, you got me. Holy smokes, it worked! It worked! Man, it's like the Splinterlands gods are listening to me today. I don't know what's going on. Well, that's not true. I'm still in bronze. But anyway, that is fantastic. I'm glad that worked. We claimed it. Hey! Yeah, this is my production. I don't know. Is there a way for me to quickly check my manage? If I click the manage button, will it show me stuff? Yeah, so foiled torn fin. Yeah, no. I mean, here you go. There's some stuff that's on my production. It's not particularly great, but it's what I had. It's what I had, and that's how I was playing this. So hopefully this works out okay. I'm trying to not dig myself in too deep, but after spending that much on the land, I'm just not willing to do it again for cards. Although, I still buy more cards. But, well, one thing that I did, it was sort of hard to burn the SPS knowing that I'm expecting the price of it to go skyrocketing. It's not advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm sitting here playing video games in front of you on YouTube, so don't expect financial advice today. But I do expect the price of SPS to be higher than it is today at some point. And locking in the DEC is nice because it's like a hard savings, but the DEC isn't going to go up in value much, whereas the SPS definitely is. So it kind of feels like I'm shooting myself in the foot locking that DEC up. But at the same time, God, look at all this red. I hate you, bronze. But at the same time, locking up the value into a company that I appreciate and I agree with. The reason I started buying SPS in the first place was because I wanted to be part of the DAO, the concept of a game where I was one of the shareholders. Made a lot of sense to me, and that's what I wanted to do. So I was quite happy, and I still am. I mean, there's ups and downs, and nothing's perfect. These guys do the best that they can, but they make mistakes just like anybody else does. Oh, come on. It's just right there. It's so good. I want to do that. But the truth is that, I really do enjoy this game, and I have no hesitation in telling other people they should enjoy this game. It has nothing to do with the financial side of this, because I recognize it's a crypto game. Like, it's a crypto game. Everybody understands what that means. This cannot be the right thing to do. I mean, it does put 8, 7. I mean, if we go over here and over here, we get 7 for the same 3, and now we get 8. But we don't get any attack. Okay, this is probably wrong of me, but I'm going to go this way, because I want this thing to start getting big. Yeah, I don't know. I'm happy playing the game. I'm happy telling people about the game. And it's the reason that I'm playing the game right now in front of you. It's because I really do like the game. Let's go. Magic. Oh, this guy. He's so far back. Oh, he's got so much speed. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, and then he's gonna last stand me with 14 health. Oh, oh, come on. Come on now. I think I hate bronze. I think I hate. I did try to warn people in the title. This might be a whole lot of me and my misery, drowning in sorrow, trying desperately to get. I'm just digging my way deeper and deeper down into bronze. I am not getting anywhere in forward momentum at all. It's very painful to watch. I imagine it's painful for you guys to watch too. What do you think I can't see. Does anybody know how to get rid of the stupid heart that's right here? I cannot seem to get rid of it. Do you think the grain will be worth? I have no idea what grain's actually going to end up being worth. It really depends on what the requirements are for it. I mean, I hate to say this, but at the end of the day, I think grain's going to be worthless. I mean, really, it might be valued 1-to-1 for DEC, which essentially is worthless. I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but it's pretty minuscule value at that point. Well, do we just do this then? I mean, let's just do this. It does seem like it's kind of meant to be, so let's just do this. 45 cent. Yeah, it makes sense how much you're buying it. I mean, the truth is, especially right now, I mean, we had our choice of 3 different buildings when you got into your land plot. So it's sort of like, should we do SPS? Should we do, there's only so many things you can even pick at that point. And if you don't have more than one land, you're certainly picking grain because it's the only choice. Which means that you're going to have an abundance of players doing grain. Everybody who can do SPS is going to, anybody who can do research is going to, but that means that, like, that's the 10% and 20%, which means you still have 70% of the people that are doing grain. Now, I don't know what the requirement for grain is. I have no need to use it except on my own plot of land. But I did notice that, oh man, this is just miserable. I hate you so much, bronze. I did notice that it seemed like in order for me to make about 2,000 grain, I spent almost 1,000 grain. Which isn't really a good return. It's a 2-for-1 return over the course of time. It's not bad. It's fine. It's good. It's better than no return. But it's not like outrageous. But there's no balance for it. There's no other method of burning it except, well, and now even as I'm saying that, I'm kind of thinking to myself, if a third of the people are not doing grain, but there's twice as much grain as there's people who are doing grain, then that means that you end up with something like one or two-fifths of extra grain that no one has a use for, because you've supplied all of the grain that everybody needs in the entire game, and you still, like, 2/5 of the production, maybe maybe like 2/7 of the production is just completely excess. And how are you going to offset that? I have no idea. But I do not think it's going to be as easy as people want it to be. I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? I'm about to get smote. I feel like I'm about to get smote by Captain Katie. And Captain Katie gets smote by... And this gets... This is like rock, paper, scissors. Which one do you want to pick? Do you want to pick Captain Katie? Do you want to pick Catrella? Or do you want to pick Cora, is there's your rock paper scissors, and which one is my opponent gonna pick? I mean, I suppose I should go back and take a quick look at my opponent. Does it show me stuff here? No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Why would it? So we're gonna try it like this because I'm hoping. Okay, and we put this up here, and then we. No, I don't need that. What do I need? I need more sneak attack to push that down. I need, if it's Captain Katie and there's magic coming at me, I would like either, well, okay. No, I can't do that. Could do this. And then 3 mana for just like something at the back that will protect me? Well, okay. Let's just put this thing here because he has a stupid amount of hit points. I mean, this is probably all going to backfire. Yep, there it is. There's the backfire. Welcome, welcome. Man, oh man. 10,000 grain to harvest, so I don't always have that grain readily available, and that's cool. Oh man, yeah, the resources that are coming. I mean, it's neat to see. It's sort of like looking at your imaginary vision of the future of a video game that might or might not exist. You know, Matt's very enthusiastic, and I totally appreciate his enthusiasm, and I love the guy. And I have to give him credit. He's a little bit more conservative than a lot of the team members are, where he tries to hold himself back. But just like a lot of us who play this game, he's just an excited little kid, and he can't help himself when he's like, oh, look at the cool things that are coming. And I do think that he probably gets ahead of himself. I think the whole team kind of does. We're just getting slaughtered by this. Ugh, what a miserable experience this has been. But, so yeah, when I saw that list, I went, okay, this is great, but I think that there's some reality to how many people are going to be, like, I've been in business for a long time, and over the course of the business, one of the businesses I had was a family entertainment place, Rucker's Fun and Games kind of a place. I don't know if that makes sense. But one of the years that we were operating it, my wife and I, nearby to us, we had another family, children-oriented entertainment facility open up in the fairly small town that we're in. I mean, it's a big enough city, but it's not that big. And so when they opened up, they split the pie, and I mean, truth be told, it took probably 3 or 4 years before it finally kicked in, but we ended up closing the doors of our place because there was just not enough pie if we were only getting half a pie or a third of a pie or whatever it was. And yeah, we ended up losing that store pretty ferociously. And I think that's one of the things that might happen here is that you get so many different choices for what you want to do that, like Pavlov's dog starving in between the bowls, you just don't get anything done. And in fact, everybody ends up miserable because of it. So I do think that it's something that they got to watch out for as a team, although I have a sneaking suspicion they probably have people that are thinking about that. But I mean, I know that's bad because of that. Maybe I don't want to do that just because it's bad. Maybe I don't want to do that because it's bad. I do want to do that. I do want to do that. I also want to do that. I kind of feel like maybe we should just... Oh, the magic reflect is really bad though. Well, what if we did something like this? Yeah, there. And now we're just like beating the tar out of people for no reason. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Captain Katie's gonna wreck me. Yeah, okay. Well, that might be how it goes. But yeah, no, there's so many resources that I can't imagine. Like, even you look at somebody like Gank, who's got an entire region, and he goes, okay, I'm going to devote 10% of my land to this, and 10% of my land to that, and 10% of my land to that. Even at that, he's still going to end up in a situation where he's not garnering enough of the eccentric one-off. Now, I get that that might be part of the reason they're doing it is, always leave them wanting more is sort of a good rule of thumb. But there is a point where you dilute the entire system so much that no one can get anything that they want, and it sort of backfires. And it's consistently one of the things I keep seeing happen in business. So it doesn't surprise me to see it, with a company like Splinterlands, who, I mean, I know they've been operating for 5 or 6 years now, but they're still a new company. There's still, like, none of these guys have previous CEO experience. None of these guys have operated a company before, or not to my knowledge. None of the front-facing people have, anyway. And so it is a little surprising to see sort of the excitement with which they take on stuff. There's one of the reasons, like, I don't know Claiborne. I don't know this person from a hole in the ground. I've been watching the SPS stuff. I've been watching the governance stuff. I'm a big fan of the concept of owning the game that I'm playing, and being part ownership gives me the ability to influence it. I really appreciate that. But I also think that it's super important that if you want long-term survivability, you need somebody with a bit of a conservative bent to not make any rash decisions. That's all. That's all. Just pull back a little bit. And so when I saw Claiborne in charge of the DAO, or not in charge of, but sort of like working for the DAO, that made me a lot happier. He seemed like he was somebody who was going to be a little bit slower to incite, and he seemed to be very interested in what the entire consensus was. Sort of similar to Elon Musk. I mean, people love and hate the guy, but at the end of the day, he bows down to what the masses want, which I kind of appreciate. And it bows down to what the masses need, maybe more than what they say they want, because none of us are smart enough to really understand what we need versus what we think we want. Oh, archery only? Well, that's... I guess we go this way. Because with this, and then we put this in front, right? Because this dies, and then it dies again, and this thing does its whole thing. And then we put this thing behind, because that's funny, and we put this thing in there, because that's also funny. And now we have 5 mana, which, I mean, I guess we're just doing this. Just add some gold cards to make it happier. Let's put this one near the back, though, because I do think that that's going to matter. Just to get rid of that. In fact, let's. Yeah, like that. Okay, good. Who knows? I'm doing the best. Yeah, see, that's good. I like this. That's effective. I don't know what summoner that is, but it's cool. My lack of knowledge plays out in this world pretty sadly, doesn't it? Sometimes. Yeah, what was anybody's favorite for the new resources that they released? Is there anything anybody was particularly thinking about going after? I know one of them, I thought I saw iron as an option. I thought, oh man, at the end of the day, if you're talking about making things, you're going to need steel, and if you need steel, you need iron, and that means whoever is mining is in the money, probably. Going after rock is a good plan, I feel like. So it makes me sort of sad that I ended up going after grain, but I also thought that grain was kind of an easy, reliable step one, and now at some point I'll keep my eyes out for maybe another land and pick up a second land, and I'll use that second land as my focus point. Well, I mean, this is Captain Katie all day, right? now that I've gotten beat by her and remember that she exists, we might as well, like, put our name in the hat as worth it. See, and if we do something like this, now we're not prey to Katie back, which is pretty funny. Of course, alternatively, we could do things like this, because that's especially funny. And then we got 3 left, which we could... that reflector sucks in bronze. You suck in bronze. You're useless in bronze. Maybe... How's that Captain Kitty work? Snipe. Targets first unit with range, magic, or no attack that is not in first. Yeah, so if I leave this in front, then it's going to skip this and shoot the Marks Rat. Okay, that's good. And we got 1 mana left. Maybe we'll put this guy in front of that, and this guy. Oh, maybe we leave one of these guys at the back. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe we're doing this wrong. Maybe we put this guy at the back and this guy at the front. Yeah. Yeah, that feels better. Let's do that. I don't know if that's right. Oh my goodness gracious. What else is happening? I mean, I try not to spend too much time poking at things like map chat and stuff like that, because it's basically just a bunch of people, you know. I tend to stay out of that kind of stuff. Plus, you know, the real world, it drags you away every time. But I did notice there's a lot of talk about some of these new summoners with the cross colors. And I don't know, what's everybody's favorite summoner coming out? What's the color combination everybody's most excited about? Does anybody, you know? For me, I think basically everything that had blue attached to it is really tasty in my mind. But that's partly because I focused a lot on blue when I was first buying cards for the system. So, you know, because blue has kind of been one of my focuses, that's definitely adjusting my perspective. Yeah, I agree. I think that land, or the the value of grain is likely to plummet. It's just my opinion, but that's what I think. Oh man, I'm not a betting man anymore, though. I once lost my shirt in Keno, so I stopped playing gambling games as a general rule, just because I'm bad at them. Speaking of gambling games, let's go gambling! Alright, so if we're going to do that, and we're going to do that, we want to also prevent the sneak, and that should prevent that pretty effectively. And then we're going to put this right here so that we got a little bit of that. And what, 4 left? Extra armor, extra armor. So my opponent is going to be doing either magic or something like that, right? So what should we be doing? Maybe this is over the top. That does go around the armor, and that will give me a little bit of a stun. Yeah, I'm sensing a lot of sneak incoming here, so let's block that that way, just like that. I don't know. I'm doing what I can anyway. Yeah, I think grain's going to be cheaper in the future. I think the price of land is still got a ways down to go. Despite what people seem to think, uh, you have to be able to spend money on it in order to get there. And the macro of the world right now is just not in a place where there's tons of extra spending money. I mean, I'm working with an advertising company, and I can tell you, it's one of the biggest challenges is trying to make sure that people who want to be prepared can be, and it's a challenge, man. I don't know. Losing myself in the sauce over here. Oh, goodness gracious. I think it's because I'm just like desperately trying to get past some of these cards that I'm never ever gonna own. Kraus. Oh man. Come on now. I think we got away with it. I think we got away with it. Oh man, I can't believe we got away with it. That's good. Mind you, I'm far lower in Bronze 1 than I was earlier today. And I've been playing pretty solidly all day here. Well, okay, all day for 15 rounds. I don't know what that works out to at 3 minutes a round. It's really only about an hour, but even still. Oh man, oh man. Oh, I think I'm looking forward to the new set dropping in just a couple of days. I think I am happy that I am grinding away at grain right now. I'm very happy to see the grain coming in. It makes me happy. Um, let's go. Okay. So I don't want to do this, but I don't know what else to do. I mean, it feels like this is, and I keep getting stomped out by the same thing over and over and over again. Like, I know what they're going to put. They're going to use the Thorns guy, and they're going to put the unicorn at the front. But if that's the case, then let's do this and this, right? And we put something like this at the front, just to like get in the way, and then we need. Oh gosh, do we need that? What if we didn't need that? What if we needed that instead? I mean, this is just like a wacky attempt at this, but crap. Well, it's good to see like, this is one of my favorite parts about this game is when you get a chance to sort of see everybody is doing the same dumb thing. Yeah, except I lost because his had armor and mine didn't. Now this might, oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Can't watch this anymore. All right, kids. Well, I think maybe the time has come and gone. There, there's so much red. There's so much red. Look at how bad this. All right. Well, that was day 1-ish, day 2-ish of bronze. I hate bronze so much. If anybody has a secret key card to get out of bronze for all of eternity, feel free to shoot me a message and let me know how to get out of bronze forever. I totally appreciate it. All right, kids. But on that note, I think we are going to run away. And guys, enjoy your day. And we'll talk to you later. And we will definitely see you by the 4th. keep your eyes out. I should have the guild stuff dropping very shortly here. All right, have a great day. Cheers.